there. Yeah, get it. Yeah. What if I started singing like that? Get in there. Yeah. Girl, what? What is that note? Yeah. Okay, welcome back to another episode of One Billion Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. How y'all doing? Because I'm a rapper. And I don't know what rhymes with rapper, but y'all don't even worry about it because y'all know that my skills like pay the bills. Oh, that was a bar. And that's on period. All right, so welcome to another episode. Child, we in a whole nother episode already. We're on episode 3. Can you see me? I'm just so excited. Like, God just be doing his big thing. All right, let's stay focused, Domo, because you can go to the left sometimes. All right, welcome back to another episode of One Being Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. How you doing? Y'all good? Are y'all straight? As a gate, make a crate, and it's gonna be late. Okay, house rules. No profanity. We don't. Well, over here, so many words. There's so many words. It's so many. It's so many words in a dictionary. We just about to use them. It's so many words. We're gonna expand our vocabulary. You feel me? Also, no bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, or sexual preferences. Why? Because from one blood, my God, He made all the nations. All of them. You feel me? All of them. Also, this show is called 1 Billion Brave because it represents the 1 billion people of the world that have a disability and or medical condition. Old heads, y'all know what I'm about to say. New heads catch on very quick. Get you one of us in your circle. That's it. Need I say more? Because we're down to the final 4 bars. Get you one of us in your circle. We top tier. We top tier. Hi, Tasha girl, love you. We top tier. Better than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh my gosh. That was so good, Domo. Wow. Hi, Mom. That literally came from the top of the dome. We top tier. Better than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yo. Somebody sign me. Like, why are y'all not signing me? Like, that's wild. That's crazy. Thank you. Because you already know. Yeah. I already said it last week. And y'all see well, y'all can't really see the muscles, but don't even worry about it. They in there. Don't even. Okay, stay focused. All right. So also more for it. Thank you, Mom. Also, in addition to the house rules, um, girl, you already forgot your house rules. See, that's what I was talking about backstage. Like, you got to get your momentum back. Almost like you can't be showing out in front of the company. These people are expecting you to know what you're doing. You've been doing this for way too long. Stay focused. All right, one of the house rules. This show, I can't even speak for all the other ones. They ain't got nothing to do with me. But this show, JC is the way to be. Bars. Jesus Christ is the number 1 stunner over here. And that's it. Like, the King of Kings been doing his thing. The Lord of Lords is better than Fantastic Four. Jehovah Jireh is coming to you like hot pot. I mean, shall I go on? Like, are y'all not getting it? Jesus Christ is the number 1 stunner. What? The number 1 stunner. Y'all, I had a V8 energy drink. So bear with me. Bear with me. I have a lot of energy. I mean, like, it's at a 14. It's at a 14.3, actually, but here we are. Also, this is one of the very few shows that has a hostess with a disability. Thank you, Yaya. Because you already know. JC is the way to be. And that's on period. This show is one of the very few shows that has a hostess with a disability that interviews guests with disabilities and or married. And I was reading period, and then I was trying to say, We gonna run that back, run that back. Jack in the Crack. This show is one of the very few shows that has a hostess with a disability that interviews guests with disabilities and or medical conditions. Lady O. Uh-huh. Tyler Perry. Mother Ava DuVernay. Oh, okay. I'm coming to see all three of y'all. Lady O. Well, this weather is a little it's a little iffy. But I'm coming to the house. Tea and I don't want no crumpets because I don't know what's in that. But tea, please. And matter of fact, we can get some tea from the CCC coffee shop. That's all I'm saying. Hibiscus, please. That's it. That's all. Thank you. After that, we can have a little 1-2 brew. I see you. Then I'ma hop on the car. I'ma hop on the car real quick and go up the street around the block. Tyler Perry, where you want to meet at? You got 19 places to meet. We both have iPhones. I know that for sure. We gotta chop it up. Chopper style. Chop it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Take care. God bless. Then after that, it's gonna be time to get our locks in. Rockefeller, Mother Ava DuVernay. I'm in chair 1. You're in chair 2, and we chopping it. Like it makes sense, bro. You cannot tell me it don't make sense. Like it makes sense in my head, and when it happens, think it not strange. Okay, I'm just be that as it may. I don't even know why I said that, but it just flows. Be that as it may. What does that mean? Why are you saying be that as it may? It don't even matter, but be that as it may, when it comes to fruition, just know she said it here live and in living color. And that's on period. All right, so this is what I forgot last week, and this is very imperative to the show. So we're gonna bring it back. We have to. Okay. Um every you're gonna start that over again because that's not even what you were trying to say. It's not even every. On this show, we like to what I guess it is kind of every. Girl, stay focused. On this show, we thank you, Ayan. On this show, we like to pay homage and acknowledge all the awareness ribbons of Jackie, what up? Love you. All the awareness ribbons of the world, I guess you would say. So this month we have an awareness ribbon. Gay. Hop it on the screen, please. The awareness ribbon for April is testicular cancer, and that is the awareness month. What's the ribbon, Domo? I'm glad you asked. Purple. Period. Purple. So for those that have testicular cancer on this show, we acknowledge you. We represent you. We appreciate your fight. It is not easy. Let's just make that very clear. It's not easy living that life, but just know that on this show, we fighting for you through and through. We see you. Love you. All right, so real quick. One, I had physical therapy, so don't nobody talk to me for 2 days. Don't say nothing to me. And then the simple fact that my physical therapist was like, "You want to be friends?" No. I don't even friends. You was bending my leg backwards and bending my shoulder. Do I want to be friends? No, I don't. I mean, you are our arch nemesis right now, sir. Child, all that cackling and cheesing. No, I don't want to be friends with you. After physical therapy is over, maybe I'll consider it. We can circle back, but right now, no. Go away. My God. But that's not what I was talking about because last week I was talking about physical therapy. Here's the thing. Are you ready? Because I already found myself boiling. Why is it that I always have to roll up all my sleeves? Like, that just don't even make no sense. My long sleeve shirts, my hoodies, my jackets, my sweatshirts. Why? Like, whose arm are we using? Hi, Missy, love you. Whose arm are we using? Because that's not it. And here's the thing. The thing is, y'all doing too much. and y'all doing too much, and I don't like it because I feel like it's almost borderline, It's almost borderline excessive behavior, and we don't like excessive behavior because why are you using so much fabric? Nobody's arms are that long. Whatever, Jermaine, love you. Nobody's arms are that long. I didn't talk to corporate. Cause who are y'all representing? You guys are not representing the kingdom because the kingdom comes in all shapes and sizes, red and yellow, black and white. They're appreciated in sight. So you only on one community, and I don't like it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Whoa, careful, careful with your words. Careful with your words, cause you a hater, and that's on period. That's all I'm saying. I just don't like the fact that I just have to roll up. I have to cuff every long sleeve, every long sleeve item, every long sleeve material. That don't even make no sense. Who is the person? Could we switch? Could we take turns? My God. Whew. Okay, that's my rant. that's my That's my right. And also, since we on the subject, whose neck are we using too? Because why are all my shirts and why are my tops so long in the neck? Whose neck are we using? The measurements ain't right. Clearly. Cause I'm tired of looking like I'm dressing like somebody's grandpa jacket. Goodness. Could we have an alternative? If you can do anything, or you can use me. Use me. Use, use my arms. Shoot. In my neck size. Thank you. Don't make no doggone sense. Who are you? Who are you representing? Because you're not representing the kingdom of God. Jesus didn't say make your arms that long. Shoot. Enough's enough. All right, that's my rant for real. Mom, Mom, you know, because literally you'd be like, we need to roll up your sleeves. Why? Why do we have to roll up the sleeves? Oh, everything? Ciao. Ain't no way. Whoo. All right, so that's my rant. The turtleneck. Take off the turtleneck. Yo, that's the jam. Take off the turtleneck. Okay, stay focused on that that V8 has done a wonder because the energy is going higher and higher every day. My God. All right, so my next guest, I'm super excited that she is going to be gracing the stage. Let me tell you, we have been friends for like basically like a year. I've never met her though until 5 minutes before the show. Y'all know how I get down. We don't mean my get, but we've been connecting for like a whole year though, and I'm so grateful that she is gracing the stage. As you guys know, for those that don't know, for those that do, y'all know I don't know any of my guests' stories or situations before the show. I literally learned the same time as you, and I'm super excited to hear her story. I'm super excited. We already had a whole conversation about the weather in the back, a whole one. So we friends, and I hope she know that we locked in for life. She can't get rid of me. So if you don't know, now you know. All right, gracing the stage is Marlee. Come on, come on. Hey, girl.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. No complaints. All right. So first off, thank you so much for gracing the stage. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. It's been
Whoop
a long
whoop.
time coming.
I know it's been a long time coming. We finally here in the room. All right, so let's get straight into it. Can you tell us where you're from and the name of your disability or medical condition?
I am in Minnesota. I live in Minnetonka, Minnesota, which is a suburb of Minneapolis, and I have spina bifida myelomeningocele.
Is that a one or two things? That's two things.
The type of spina bifida is myelomeningocele. So, I mean, there's
Okay.
different levels of spina bifida that are around, and I've got one of the highest levels of spina bifida. So I don't feel
Okay.
a lot from the waist down. I do walk, but I walk with a walker. I've had several surgeries because of the spina bifida and several medical issues because of it.
Okay, so for those that don't know what spina bifida is, could you just briefly explain like what that looks like?
Sure. When I was born, my back was open with a bunch of nerve endings and a bubble outside of my body with dried blood and the nerve endings. And what doctors did is they connected what they could connect and they severed the rest. So don't have a lot of function from the waist down. I have a shunt due to hydrocephalus. I'm 54 years old. I probably should say that too.
You girl, you look good.
And I also have a learning difference because of the hydrocephalus that I had. So
Okay,
uh,
so we're gonna talk about both things if you're okay with that.
I'm an open book.
Okay, perfect. So, let's start with your spina bifida story. Can you just share with us like how did it all begin and how did you know what the symptoms were?
When I was born, I mean, my in the 70s, women didn't have amniocentesis tests or any of the tests that are to see if the baby was okay. And the running theory is that my mother didn't have enough folic acid while I was in utero with And when I was born, um, uh, they found out that I had this condition, this birth defect, because
Mhm.
my back was open and they didn't know what to do about it. Um, and it just so happened that my parents had purchased a home a couple of years before I was born from a doctor, and the doctor gave my parents a card saying, if you had any problems or issues or medical questions, please give me a call. And my father kept the card and called up the doctor and asked if the house would have given my mother or me spina bifida, because nobody knew what spina bifida was in the 70s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the doctor said no, the house didn't do this, and he started care for me, and he ended up starting the spina bifida clinic at the University of Minnesota for children. So
Wow.
it was fate that this doctor came into my parents' world before I was born, because
Right.
he paved the way for the spina bifida clinic, and so I
Yeah.
got to see spina bifida specialists from day one.
So with the spina bifida specialist, what are the specialists for? Like what do they help you with? What do they I don't want to say cure you from, but what do they help you with as far as the quality of life?
They don't if there's no cure basic well, I mean, there's surgery now that you can go in utero and close up the back, is from what I'm hearing. But um, the doctor the doctor that my father called, his name was Dr. Bensman. He made arrangements for my back to be closed. They made arrangements for to get a neurologist, because within 3 days my head was swelling up with spinal fluid, and didn't know why. But once they figured it out, I needed a shunt on the right side of my head. And
Mm.
then he has he guided me through a bunch of different doctors, urologists, specialists, orthopedic specialists throughout my whole life. So
Wow.
yeah, I mean,
So
I've had over 50 surgeries in 54 years.
good. How old were you when you had your very first surgery?
Born. I mean, the day I was born, they closed my back.
Uh,
So that was the first surgery. And
Sheesh.
then I think 3 days later, I had the shunt put in.
So was the shunt permanent or was that temporary?
No, it's permanent, and I've never had a revision. I'm one of the only people that I know that has never had a revision of a shunt.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's definitely a blessing for sure. So, so you were being that you were born with it, as you were growing up, what was life like for you as far as um r- growing up as a kid, going to school, just the different things or accessories that you needed to help you just live through life?
I had leg braces, a foot to knee braces growing up. I was basically the only one that had a physical disability in the school system, and I was, or probably the first. There were a lot of adaptations that needed to be made in the schools, and they weren't really willing to do that. Um, uh, Especially when I needed surgery. The buildings didn't have elevators. They were always on first or second floors of, or third floors, classrooms.
Mhm.
So it was difficult to get around the schools. My mother happened to be a teacher in the school district, so she tried to advocate for me. She was a special ed teacher for 30 years. So
Oh, wow.
she tried to be an advocate. When I got to the high school, there finally was an elevator, and I had to push and shove to get the key to the elevator because I had had surgery in high school and kind of needed to get to my classes in a
Right.
wheelchair. So it I've had to advocate for myself since the age of 3. I mean, the
Mhm.
doctor Benson taught me how to advocate for myself. He would take me around to the clinic appointments and talk to the doctors and tell me what questions I needed to ask, what information I needed to know. A lot of the times, my parents were working, so he would be the one that would help me advocate for myself, and he taught me how to self advocate and how to use my voice for medical issues and for life in general. So
Yeah, that's good because a lot of people they miss the opportunity to get what they need because they don't advocate for yourself for themselves. So with you for the avocation process of it, who did you go to get what you needed? Was there a teacher as far as like growing up in school? I'm delving on the school aspect of it.
I talked to the principal, would talk to the different teachers. My mother would go to the school board when she could. Um, it, I just tried to have one of the loudest voices,
Yeah.
saying, I can't go upstairs with the wheelchair. I can't go upstairs at all.
Hmm.
Even when I was using crutches, couldn't manage the stairs. You have to bring the classroom down to my level, or I need private tutoring somewhere. If you're not going to make the school accessible to people, then you have to make the accommodations to make things accessible. I mean, I finally
Right.
got accessibility when I got into college. I went to the University of Minnesota Duluth, and they called it an access center, where they had tutors, they had note takers, they had quiet places to take tests. They advocated uh, for you or with you, to get the best college education you could get,
Right.
as a person with either a physical disability or a learning
Mhm.
difference.
Mhm.
So, and I had started a group on campus that's still going called Access for All.
Wow.
It was a support group for people with disability, all kinds of disabilities, and I was the
Yeah.
co-founder of that.
And that's so needed because we are considered like the sore thumb of what a typical university student looks like. So it
Yep.
is great to have a familiar group of people that may not deal with your exact condition, but understands what it means. And I also want to say this for those people that deal with disabilities, where it's physical or mental, it's so important to advocate for yourself. You have to be your own advocate. Although you may have parents and all that, but you know what you deal with and you know what you need.
Yeah.
So be irritating. Be very irritating in their face, because if you don't, they won't care.
Right.
They just won't. And if you care about yourself enough, I promise you, they're gonna make some changes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's changes. There are other. I mean, one of the four. I was one of the first people with a disability in the school district, so I'm sure there are some changes that have been made in the district that I graduated from. But I
Yeah.
haven't been back to any of the schools since I graduated, so I have no idea.
Yeah, right. Definitely get that. So now we're moving forward into adulthood. Um, can you tell us how you were able to navigate through life? Um, and also, were you experiencing more conditions added to the basic spina bifida that you were dealing with?
Um, mm, I started working for my father at the age of 8,
Mhm.
sweeping his floors in his business. And I ended up being his right hand person for many years. My parents didn't believe that I could be independent on my own. So I was kind of, I mean, it was a great experience, but I was basically forced to work for my father and for
Mhm.
his business because they didn't think I could make it in the outside world, in the
Mhm.
corporate world. So I ran his business. Um, he had a storefront for 30 years, and I started at the age of 8, and in 2005, he sold his business because he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So
Oh, okay.
my mother sold the business from under him, and decided that I couldn't run the business on my own. So they sold the business, and then I did some various jobs of administrative work, part time. Decided I should get on Social Security disability. And then 11 and a half years ago, I went to a Pampered Chef party, didn't know what Pampered Chef was, got invited to a Pampered Chef party, and found out how user friendly the product was. Bought a couple of pieces of Pampered Chef, a garlic press, and a couple of other pieces at the time. Found out how user friendly and ergonomically correct they are because I do have arthritis in my hands and the mobility issues. I can't stand for very long. I use a walker. I've stepped on broken glass before and not felt it. I've dropped things on my feet and not been able to feel it. I had a PCA that was helping me create all of my meals before going to this party for, I think it was 10 years that I'd had the PCA. And once I started playing with the product and buying the products, the person that had the party asked me to join his team. And I was in between jobs at that time. My father had just been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and I was his part-time caregiver. And they decided to go to Florida for the last time and sell their condo. Um, and I decided to join to get out of my comfort zone and to show that people with disabilities shouldn't be hidden and they should be seen. And what ended up happening is I um, gained my independence, and I've sustained my independence in the kitchen for 11 and a half years. I let go of my PCA because I could sit at my island and I could create all the food that I needed to create.
Mm,
And I could move things from one area to another, whether it's to the island, to the stove, to the cooktop, to the refrigerator, to the oven, to the freezer with ease. I didn't need anybody's help. And I am now 11 and a half years into Pampered Chef. And I, my motto is if I can do it, so can you.
right. Right, very true. That's really good. So for those that don't know what Pampered Chef is, and specifically those that do have a physical disability similar to yours or just neuropathy issues, can you explain to them how that's beneficial for them?
Sure.
What is Pampered Chef and
Pampered
how can it help?
Pampered Chef are it's cookware, it's bakeware, it's prep tools, it's pantry items, barbecue items, some outdoor items, anything and everything that you can think of to help you make your favorite meals. There's even recipes on my website as well, but it's ergonomically correct product. It is for people of all ages, whether they're 3 years old or senior citizens. So, and anybody and everybody can use this product, and whether you have a disability or not, you can use this product. And if there is a particular product that I don't like and a person wants to buy it, I will tell them why not to buy it. Because if it doesn't work
Mm,
for me, it's not going to work for somebody else. And I don't sell product just to sell products. I want people to actually use the product in the right
right.
way and be independent, be in as independent as they want to be.
Yeah, very true. I definitely agree with that. So from your expertise, do most people that deal with disabilities, is that where they go to get most of their things?
I have worked with a few people that have arthritis or are using a wheelchair or just have
Mm,
some mobility issues. I'm trying to get the word out more and more that yeah, and tell my story that how I have gained my independence with the product. So I'm trying to get it in as many podcasts or many discussions as I possibly can, just to get uh, the idea to you don't have to go to the box store places and buy the heavy equipment and think, oh no, I need help doing all of this stuff. You
right.
you you can you can do it with the Pampered Chef product. So
This is really good information because there are a lot of people that on my show either watch or have been past guests that do deal with physical disabilities or medical conditions, and they don't have a source to create their independence. They need help. So this is really good for someone like you who does deal with medical conditions but also uses the product. You're a great staple to
yep,
someone that may need me, they just need their independence.
yep.
So yeah, that's really good.
And I have a website, and I also people can friend me on Facebook with Marlee B. Kivens, and I would add them to my Pampered Chef Facebook group page. So I mean that's how to get a hold of me if somebody had a question on Pampered Chef or wanted to see a digital catalog or just look at the website. I mean you've got the information. So
Yeah, for sure. Will definitely Gabe will put it on the bottom of the screen toward the end of the show for sure because I definitely think it's very beneficial for people that do have physical disabilities to gain their independence for sure.
yep.
So thank you for sharing that.
And I'm
Um
only a USA consultant. I
okay.
can work with people across the United States or on military bases that are run by the United States.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get back. I want to get back to your story, because I think that your story is amazing so far, and I'm very invested in your life, very invested in your life. So I want to address the elephant in the room just a little bit because you are at a facility. We can just see by your background. So can you explain where you're at today, like what the condition is, like what you're dealing with, and why you are where you're at?
I am at a rehab center right now in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. I ended up, okay, so let's backtrack.
Let's
This
backtrack.
year has been um, hard physically. Back in January, end of January, I had a bowel obstruction and that I needed to go to the emergency room, and they didn't take out the. I also have a hernia from past surgeries, um, and there was a big discussion if they were going to remove the hernia or not, and they decided not to because there's a lot of scar tissue and a lot of junk that will get in the way, and they weren't sure they were going to be able to close my incision up, and they wouldn't use a wound vac. So I was in the hospital for from the end of January to the end of February with a bowel obstruction. And it finally passed, and I was on very heavy drugs in the hospital, and then at a different rehab center for a week. And I was on TPN, which is intravenous vitamins and minerals. I couldn't eat anything. And the last 3 days that I was in the rehab center at that time, they finally put me on a low fiber diet. And I've been on a low fiber diet since, because the next time I get a bowel obstruction, I have to have a G tube put in. And that's a tube that is surgically put in, and it helps alleviate the colon. So it's not a thing I want,
Right.
and that's the only other option I have for this. So then I found out I had a UTI while I was in the hospital that time, and they
Mhm.
decided to put me on some drugs, some antibiotic IV drugs at that point, but they didn't put me on long enough. I went to the doctor the beginning of March, or towards the middle of March, I should say. I went to the infectious disease doctor, and he retested me, found out I still had the infection, and it got worse. But we didn't go to the hospital right away because I needed a bladder test. I needed a urodynamics test, and that
Mhm.
wasn't until March 30th. And I didn't want to cancel it because it takes 6 months to get the stupid test.
Right.
So as soon as I got the test and got some of the results, the next day I went into the ER at a different hospital, not the one that I went to for the bowel obstruction, but a different hospital where this doctor happens to be. And I got put on a PICC line medication from March 31st. And I was in the hospital until Easter. And then I came to this facility on Easter, and I got the PICC line taken out this morning. And I will be going home tomorrow, but I will be going home with home care and uh, antibiotics that I will have to take daily to maintain as long as I can not to have a UTI. So
Whoa, that was a lot.
it's been a lot. It's been very stressful. And since I am a virtual consultant with Pampered Chef, I've been doing my business while I've been in the hospital or at rehab. So I mean, just because I'm in the hospital or in rehab doesn't mean I can't reach out to people and do work. And people can have parties. I mean, they don't need to know that I'm in the hospital and in the
Right.
rehab center unless I
Yeah.
tell them.
Yeah, exactly. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
Um, I well, one, I want to say, and I said this in the backstage, but I want to say it publicly. Um, you said a lot that you have dealt with in just this year, but you do not look like nor sound like you have been through any of that. I mean, like not even step one. So I definitely want to commend you for your mental fortitude because it's a lot, like you said, but you definitely have a strong mindset. And I can say that because I deal with medical conditions, not
Yeah.
to the extent of you, but you have definitely given me some motivation.
Well, the doctor taught me, Dr. Bensman taught me I can wallow in self pity for one day, and then I need to release it, and then I need to go about my life. I can't be in a
Period.
negative space because that will take over my life, and that's not productive. I mean, I
So
need.
true.
Every time I'm in the hospital now, they ask me if I have a healthcare directive because they're not sure I'm going to make it out of the hospital.
Wow.
And I say, I mean, I say it's in your file. And so my motto is live for today because you may not have tomorrow. And I want to be a role model for my niece and nephew. I mean,
Yeah.
they're the ones that I am living for since I don't have my own kids.
Mhm.
They are my light. So I want
Mhm.
to show them that even though I have this disability, it doesn't define me. It is part of me, but I'm Marlee, their aunt. I am
Right.
Marlee, the pampered chef person. I am Marlee, the daughter of Sharon Kivens, who's my mother. I'm the sister of Wendy. I am not um, Marlee Kivens, the spina bifida girl. It's just
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't label myself.
Yeah, because you're so much more than that one subject.
Yep,
You're so much more than that,
yep,
and that doesn't need to be magnified because you do so many other things and you are so many other things. I
yeah.
love that mentality for sure. I definitely want to ask you two questions. Well, not the last one, but two questions. What I ask all my guests. One, what is the hardest part about living with your medical condition?
Um, the hardest part is just going through it
Mhm.
every day, knowing that I have something else to do. I mean, now that this part of the um, journey is over, I have to find out what's going to happen with the bladder test that I did.
Mhm.
And I also, if you've noticed, I have a lazy eye of some sort, and I have to go see an eye specialist to see what's happening with the eye. I may need bladder surgery. I may need eye surgery. I have to
Mhm.
see what the next step is. There's always a next step to this. And what I have found also is, I mean, I was a United Way child. I found a poster of myself at the age of 3 um, um, as a United Way child, and I have it in my in my office framed. It's the same doctor I keep talking about. The picture was taken, and I look at that every day that I'm home, and I take that's my motivation is because that doctor helped me with my independence and my self-esteem and my perseverance. That hadn't been for him stepping in and showing me the way, I wouldn't be here. I mean, I was
Right.
supposed to die before I was 3. So
Mhm.
I mean, every day is a gift, and
Yeah.
just I the hardest thing is not to dwell, but like I said, I give myself one day. If I'm feeling blue, one day, that's all I can give myself. I turn off all the computers, I turn off the phones, I veg and watch TV or do what I need to do just for one day, and then I'm back at it.
Yeah, I love that for sure. Now, opposite question, what is the most rewarding part? You kind of touched on it a little bit. Hi, Miss Myrtle, love you. What's the most rewarding part about living with your medical condition?
that I can tell my story, that I can get Pampered Chef product into people's homes and they can gain their independence if they want to.
Mhm.
I mean, everybody's different with their disabilities and what they can and can't do.
Right.
But if I can offer one piece of product that will help them uh, do something instead of having someone help them do something, if they could
Yeah.
gain their independence just a little bit, then I'm happy.
Right. You've accomplished the goal
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that's very true. Because that's most important. We can't rely on people all the time.
No.
And as
I mean,
much
our parents are going to be gone at some point. We can't, I mean, we have to be self sufficient. We have
yeah,
to learn how to be self sufficient.
yeah,
And if you don't have the tools to learn how to do it, then you have to find someone that does and rely on and get educated.
right. Right, yeah. And I always say this, do what you can first and then let somebody else do the rest.
Hmm.
Do what you can do for sure.
Right.
Well, Miss Marley, I want to thank you so much for gracing the stage. I definitely appreciate you sharing your story. I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you even sharing your pampered chef. I think that is like something that is so beneficial, especially to our community. With gaining your independence, I definitely do appreciate that. It thank Gabe, you are getting $1 extra because you're on it. And for that, we are grateful and thank you. Because I was just about to say, where can we find you? So that's great. For those that are interested, or for someone that you may know that is interested in getting products to help people with their independence, please reach out to Marlee. You can hit her up on Facebook at Marlee Kivens. And you can also go to her website, pamperedchef.com. Y'all see it. Y'all see the
Yeah.
rest.
It's Marlee B. Kivens. If you're looking for me by name, there's two Marlee Kivenses on Facebook, and
Oh, okay.
Facebook hijacked my original profile. So if you see me with two other people, that's the wrong one. It's Marlee B. Kivens.
Marley B. Okay,
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
to
good to know.
look for me on Facebook, and then I would add you to my Pampered Chef private Facebook page as well.
Yes. Thank you, Gabe. Marley B. Marley B. Kivens. Okay,
It's
good. That's good
okay.
to know. Thank you so much. Again, I want to say thank you for gracing the stage. But before you go, we have a before you go question. Gabe, what's the, because I don't know either. And I'm nervous because what is he going to ask? We don't know. Would you rather be able to take back anything you say or hear any conversation that is about you? Ooh, that's a good
Hmm.
that's a good one. Would you rather take back anything you say or hear any conversation that is about you?
I'd rather hear the conversation about me to my face.
Yeah, I get that for sure. For sure. Hear the conversation about me. I would definitely say probably take back. I don't want to say anything. Well, dang, it says anything. Well, I don't want to take back anything. I may want to take back a word or a sentence. So I'm gonna say hear the conversation. Cause what you talking about? What you got to say?
Yeah.
Although I kind of don't care, cause it's not gonna change who I am. But what you saying?
Yeah.
Cause if you saying something sideways, then I'm gonna have to come to you like, what's up?
Right.
Cause you're doing too much talking and I don't like it. Thank you. Yeah, mom. Hear the conversation. What you talking about? What you talking about? Is thank you, Miss Myrtle. See, everybody's agreeing with us. Hear the conversation. We hear the conversation.
And just if people look at the digital catalog and they say that the prices are too high, the best way to get them is at a discount with a party. You can host a party and you can get product at a discount or maybe even free. I wanted to put that in.
Okay, yeah, no, thank you for sharing that. That's definitely informative information. So if
So
the prices are too high for your liking, you can always get the party option, and that would be discounted, or you may get it for free. May do not think that you're gonna get it for free though.
right. I
Don't
mean,
don't
you
let
have
that
to
be the
earn it,
first.
and it's
Yeah.
really easy to start earning a product at a discount or even free. You just need $200 in guest sales, and you start earning. So,
Oh, okay.
and that's before
Perfect.
taxes and shipping. So it's quite easy.
Come on, EC. We love that. Thank
Yep.
you again, Marlee, for gracing the stage. I definitely appreciate it. And thank you for just it. I mean, you're in a situation and you just took the time to talk to me, and I appreciate it so, so much. I am definitely praying for you. I'm praying for everything that I know that you've shared with me, and those that I don't, things that I don't know that you share with me, because you are a dope soul. For real, for real.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're not part of my Pampered Chef page, let me know and I'll add you.
Yes, ma'am. I definitely will.
All
For sure,
right.
for sure. Gabe gonna put you in the back. Don't log off though, because we are going to end the show. Yup, I told y'all my guests be dope. I don't care what nobody say. Marley was top tier. You hear me? And the bar gets higher. Like, she just raised the whole bar. And that's crazy to me. Thank you, Miss Marley, for gracing the stage. I do appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your story. It's definitely not easy. It's not easy talking about your discrepancies. It's not easy talking about challenges that you deal with. It's definitely not easy being vulnerable. So I appreciate any and every one of my guests for gracing the stage. All right, so church announcements. Let's get into it real quick. Next Tuesday, we live and in living color. Seven. Oh, wait, we didn't change the time. I forgot, girl. Stay with it. 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern. We live. We ain't going nowhere. One minute, baby, ain't going. I don't know what y'all thought. We ain't going nowhere. Also, if you or someone that you know has a disability and or medical condition, it's okay, Miss Myrtle. We still love you. Um, if you or someone that you know has a disability and or medical condition and you want them to be a guest on the show, holla at me. Let me know what's up. Cause one minute baby ain't going nowhere. We're here to stay. Okay? Bars. Now I have to put this out here all the time because we get we get people that forget. Don't hit me up if you hurt your elbow, if you stubbed your toe, if you ran to the wall. Pay attention, okay? Cause on this show we talk about real life stuff, and I don't want to hear your story and you talking about I didn't scratch my elbow and I got a paper cut. Okay, what? Not over here. You can go over there with all that. Put on, get some glasses, cause you might not be able to see. That may be what you need. Some bifocals. Okay. We talk about real life stuff. So if you or someone that you know wants to be a guest, or you think that they would want to be a guest, and also they are comfortable with sharing their story. That's important. They have to be comfortable with sharing their story. Let me holla at me. All right. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to say it every single episode because I appreciate everyone that comes in, whether you watching, whether you listening, whether you commenting. I appreciate it so, so much. Thank you for taking the time to come on and see what we talk about. I appreciate that. All right, we out. Don't log off though. I'm out, but you don't. Okay, because I hope y'all know. Gabe, you know what to do. I love y'all so, so much. Gabe, can you get me off the screen, please? I be shocking myself sometimes because the lyrical genius, it pops in and you just never know what it's gonna be. You just from week to week, it just graduates, and here we are. lyrical genius overnight. I'll be shocked. Don't blame me. Bang the father.